Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I know y'all be like, why you always wearing that? Man, why y'all be asking questions, bro? I told you it's like a humility thing to God for men to do it. Uh, and it's yeah, we out here with trees, we in the country, bro. Worms come out of trees, y'all. Little worms. All kind of reasons. Hair, I can't do nothing with my hair because everybody keep doing this magic. I'm so special. I can go somewhere and get my hair done, and somebody probably pay somebody $100,000 to get the hair. That's why I don't do nothing. I don't go nowhere. People paying these people so much money, you almost can't blame them. I just need to find me a lover. I'm trying to manifest one. Ancestors, I got a lot I gotta improve on when it comes down to me, you know. It make me want to get smart. I be wanting to say, how much nicer I gotta get, you know. But it ain't like, it ain't like that. But I don't know, yeah. I hope it work out. I hope it comes through. I let my woman do my hair. She'll want to do it, you know. I make sure she want to do it on her own, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make her happy. You gotta make a woman happy, bro. If you don't make your woman happy, that's the saying. You don't make it happy, somebody else will. But anyway, I was gonna say this. I'm still thinking about that girl that had a tree come out. Why is that animals? Why is that? I'm telling you, we gotta go with nature. I mean, go with God. But you're gonna have to, it's a frequency thing. You're gonna have to resonate that high. You're like, before you get to God, you're gonna recognize the way nature acts around you. You know, you elevate. That's a sign of elevation, y'all. We gotta start recognizing these things. So, I wanna tell you, I'm finna start speaking in another direction. Because it's like we're getting, somehow we're not mentally evolving in the right direction or something. Yeah, but I can't get my hand, I can't do nothing, y'all. In that box, dog. In the box, dog. Sacrificial box. We cipher energy from you. What kind of talent you want today? You want the music? You want the art? Man, my art, y'all, forgive the art. They kept burning it. I was asking God, did it satellite burn it? Or did they have, there was something in the wall when I was with that flame, because she showed it to me. And that's how I knew she was part of it. She was like, there's something in that wall. She said, there's something in that wall burning your paint. You ain't gonna, she told me that. That's why that's another why they separated, because like when real flames, twins, the soulmates get together, they can't lie to each other, bro. They just tell each other, they just so open with each other. And then she would just tell the whole thing. She would just tell me everything. She would get mad about it. She would get mad about it. Why I keep saying this? She would tell me everything. They had to separate it. Because that wasn't the move. The move was somebody need to do some killing. That was the move. It wasn't happening like that. But anyway, what I was gonna say, y'all. Oh, I wanna tell y'all this. Listen, y'all, if nature is talking to y'all like that, and you ain't doing all this stuff that I'm doing on a daily with God, then you better research your bloodline. Like I said, the quickest and the fastest way is to do your genealogy, your normal genealogy. You're gonna have to pay to do that. I think it's like back then it was cheap. It was like $100-something. But that's gonna lead you to deeper roots. Like it's gonna go all the way, like it's 8.2 billion people. It's gonna send you all the way down to 12 ancestors out of 8.2 billion people, and that might even lead you down to 2. And you're gonna recognize who you truly is, and what bloodline you in. I mean, you just as an example, Anubis or Ra. You feel what I'm saying? But in a way, it's chosen ones. Y'all could be chosen ones. Like I said, it's chosen ones that's being evaluated like myself, and I can't fail these tests. I don't like some of these tests, y'all, because they're not of me. But God asked me to do these tests, and I got to do these tests. And it's like when they find you, they find your lover and everything. You can't move. You can't, once you decide and say, okay, God, I'm going to do it, you might go through the worstest time of your life. And then you got to be able to go through all that. And then God going to put you through some massive testing, a lot of testing. You got to go through all that. Why you going through all that? And then you got to be humble. And you got to work on your emotional expressions while you going through all that. And then people are going to take your kindness for weakness and think you too kind-hearted. And then that's just because they don't know you and they just seeing you. If you're on social media, they just seeing you, they don't know you. You know what I'm saying? But me, I don't care because people respect my yard, you know what I'm saying? This is the hood, the slum. Even when it was packed, people didn't just come, you know, in the hood, people just come up to your yard, knock on the door, hey, you know, some will. You know, if they fiends and stuff like that, but it's very rare that they do it. Very rare, very few will do it. But what I'm trying to say is that's how you can kind of tell who get respect when people ain't just going up in their yards and stuff. You gotta notice respect when it comes down to slum dogs and stuff like that. You can't just judge them by the way they're doing this. You just gotta see the respect. Oh, there ain't nobody messing with him like that. Ain't nobody doing him like that. Ain't nobody doing her like that, you know. Ain't nobody doing. You gotta observe. So, but anyway, like if you able to talk to trees, if trees are responding to you, if air is responding to you, you better go ahead. If you got a little change, you better invest into yourself. Like find out who, especially if you're black, because we don't. A lot of us don't. Because of slavery, we all lost. That's why I went and did mine, because I wanted to know who I was. And that, y'all, I'm telling you, before I did that, I thought I was smart. But after I did that, I knew I changed then. It was like something clicked in me. You know what I'm saying? So I advise all black people to do it. You better do it fast, because they was going to try to do something crazy to that stuff too. I hope they step back off that. I hope them contaminated individuals. It's like a group of contaminated individuals. It's like a company, a big-time organization, a big-time corporation. I mean, a huge corporation. And their whole agenda is to be contaminated and contaminate everything. They just pausing all over the place. There ain't nothing you can do about it. It's like, it's just that dark side, you know. But, yeah, you can. I mean, you can fight back. That's what I'm doing now. Like, leave the genealogy stuff alone. We need to be taking care and embracing genealogy, including you. We need to be taking care of genealogy, funding genealogy, making sure they stay. We need to treat the genealogy like ecosystems. That, you know what I'm saying? We need to, and all of us need to embrace that water, air, and stuff. We need to just love on the eco, love on genealogy and stuff. Thank you, because you know all the disastrous stuff that humans love to do and get into. We love to go somewhere and contaminate something that ain't been contaminated. From now on, for this day forward, we need to start realizing and taking into consideration that haven't been contaminated. Don't let it get contaminated, and don't even think about contaminating it. And with that have been contaminated, when we need to figure out a way to get to it and try to uncontaminate it. You know. We did so much. We were moving so fast. That's what happens when you keep working. When we went 6-7 days, we didn't never get a break. Snap. I almost went into that Sierra Heart mode. We didn't care about it. Just go, 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 go. You know, your parents just punch a kid like this on the side. I told you to put your seatbelt on. Your parent might ride down the road, hit the brake hard, and the child might go up further than they should, and they realize the child ain't got a seatbelt, but bow, just backhand the child in the mouth. You know, that's what I had to go to. Told you to put your seatbelt on. You put it on that time, but anyway. I always think about that Crow Zero, bro. Buddy was crying. That was my favorite part. When Buddy, they took him out, the female, and the party was absolutely ruined. I know them feelings. The party was absolutely ruined. And dude came out, he was crying. So the girl blamed him. And he was a ladies man already, but he was just crying like, he was like, oh man, he didn't mess the party up. Y'all just gotta go watch it. Go watch all three of them. They good. Crow Zero, I love the movie. But anyway, yeah, that's a sign that you could be chosen and don't even know it. I'm telling you, when it picked me, I was like, me? You know, me out of all people, I ain't nothing. I'm garbage. I was cool with just doing drugs. I had, guy, you sure you want me? I had just got in the groove of being a nobody. You you sure you want me? You know, you shouldn't talk to God like that. You sure you want me to be a chosen? Cause I got content right here. Yeah, you know, God, my father had to pull me out of that, bro. So take that into consideration, y'all. Love yourself, man. Try to love yourself a little more. But man, that's a beautiful thing, man. If nature listening to y'all and you ain't doing all this that I gotta do on a daily basis, and you can tell the tree, come give me a handshake, and it just walk up to you like that. That's your ancestors trying to tell you got some real power and you don't know how to use it. See, I'm just stuck because somebody took my energy. Y'all don't see how I'm getting blessed because whoever stole my energy getting blessed. You feel what I'm saying? If they didn't steal my energy, you'll see. That's what God want everybody to pay attention to. As this thing remodifies, spin, and pan, and my life get better, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see it. You already seeing it get better. You just don't see nothing around it getting better, and that's good. It's getting better to me. Cause I was on drugs. Now I'm clean. I'm better than clean. I'm more than clean. I ain't even thinking about no drug. I wish I never went to no drug. I wish I never thought about drugs. But I'm glad I had the experience of drugs. But now I know from having the experience of drugs that I don't want to go back to drugs. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm learning about myself because I stayed high. I stayed high, and I stayed, my life was so corrupted and bad at such an early age. I made sure I started smoking weed by 12 years old. And I made sure I took it to the head. And I made sure I stayed on it. Because I ain't want to think about it. Because when you see life like I saw life at 12 years old, I knew that I was gonna be stuck in them situations for a very long time. And I knew it was gonna be critical. And I knew it was gonna be rough for a long time. And I knew, you know, even if I read the Bible, turn right cheek, left cheek, I knew I wasn't moving. And for a long time, I used to ask God, I used to blame God, but I got it, I figured it out later, you know, it was my purpose. I was upset. Why me, you know, this and that. I done turned the left and right cheek, I'm still getting beat on, you know. Anyway, I just knew, y'all. I just knew. And learned and taught me how to love myself. Now I'm at the situation. I'm glad I ain't got nothing. I'm glad whoever got it stuck me, because it was like I went through all that, it changing and evolving. Just driving a car would have distracted me. Just driving a car would have distracted me. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to get in my car and go to the store would have distracted me. So it was an absolute blessing. To me, that's what a blessing is. When God give you a gift, like God give me a beautiful lady, a beautiful, gorgeous woman, and it's a gift from God, that's blissfulness. But a blessing is, to me, is coming out of the darkness and still being able to evolve my life, but at the same time still being in somewhat of a darkness to where I can't do nothing for myself in a healthy way. Because if I could move, the chances of me going back would have been high then. Because it was like by me not being able to move, which still wasn't nothing, I'm still in the hood, but by me not being able to move, that gave me the opportunity to uh, embrace solitude and accept my true nature of who I am without all the distraction, without the drugs, without the lovers, without the money. And I had to love myself. And it's a lot of us, especially my people, we don't know how to love ourselves. If we did, we wouldn't need nobody else to love ourselves. And I just poured, I had no choice. Like, that guy, he said something real. People get in dark night soul. First thing I want to read is the Bible. You want to get into it, read the Bible and pray and meditate. But I've been doing it my whole life, even when I wasn't in the street. But by going through this dark night of the soul, I was able to embrace the Bible and make it a part of myself. It was already an extension of me though. I just didn't know how to use it as a weapon, you know, a good, healthy weapon, you know. I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know how to armor myself with it. And now I know how to armor myself with God. I know how to raise my vibration with God. When I used to have to run to the streets, run to the drugs, run to a lover, I learned how to elevate myself with God. So this depth of solitude was a blessing to me. I wish the camera was right. I know y'all been like, man, raise my eye, it'll hurt my head, bro. Cause we got Chinese in us bad, or Japanese. One, I think Japanese. I don't know one of, but when you do it, oh, that hurt my eyes. Head already hurting. Just trying to yell, oh Lord. I can't do that, so I just look like this, because I look like this all the time. And people swear I be high. I don't be high. I'm just cute. I don't be high. I'm just cute, bro. I'm clean. I'm thankful. I went through a lot in my life, and I ain't got nothing, you know. I'm thanking God. I got the opportunity to thank God for this. But I had stuff, though. I healed myself. When I was young in my teenage years and stuff, and my 20s, yeah, I was wilding. But I healed myself. It's stuff I healed myself from that I never tell nobody. Never tell nobody. I mean, I can't tell nobody. I probably could, but I would rather wait to get around people. We talk about it, and then I tell everybody. Because I know the solution to a lot of problems. Just put it that way. And I don't need no more targets on my head. They already on top of me, y'all. You know, I don't mind sharing it with a lover or something though. I don't mind sharing nothing, but I realized real fast that I was oversharing online, and I'm really now just expressing to y'all everything I done told y'all and going into detail everything. I'm not telling y'all nothing else new. And y'all, it's too much. It's just too much for you. It's too much for you. If I knew this a long time ago, man. You can't even find the words. You can't even find the words. Beyond measure, y'all. But anyway, that's what I want to say. You might be a chosen one. The ancestors reaching out to you. You might be very high vibrational, because it wasn't like I had to crank myself up first. You already crunk up. You just need to refocus your attention. And y'all, I saw some of y'all, and I looked at some. I've been dealing with this for so long. I can kind of see and look at people and tell, no matter what nationality, white, black, no matter. I can look and tell if you in Anubis bloodline or raw bloodline. I just don't do that too much, because I don't even share that unless you elevate it high enough to understand what I'm finna tell you. So that I won't share that online either. But I can tell some of y'all, yeah, y'all just need to do, man, it's gonna change y'all life. I'm telling y'all, y'all got money. I ain't got nothing right now, you know. But when I had it, I was investing in myself. I'm telling y'all, y'all need to do that too. I was born in the streets. I was born in the slum. Why would I waste time? You know, the typical slum, the typical street person would invest in cars, clothes, women, dudes, whatever, depending on the gender. You know what I'm saying? or whatever, I invest in myself. You know, I don't mess around. I practiced celibacy since I was young. Like I said, I was out here when they put them, uh, when they was injecting my people with that stuff on the streets, and they'll put it in the best woman or the best man on the streets, knowing that person got a lot of friends, if you know what I mean, and contaminate the whole block. And I had no choice but to practice celibacy right then and there if I wanted to keep my life intact. You know, so I had to learn the hard way. You know, making accidents, sleeping. You know, how we all when kids. You get your first little problem. And I said, oh, never again. Never again. You know, it ain't never gonna be that good to me, and they gonna never look that good, baby. I healed myself, and I got used to being, by the grace of God, I met a lot of chemists and stuff like that, and I learned a lot. And bada bing, bada boom. God just put me in the right places at the right time. But anyway, I'm tired of talking. My head hurt talking too much. My head hurt from looking at that camera right there. But y'all get it. If you don't get it, you will get it. If you don't get it, you will wish you get it. You will wish you got it.